Yo, when the Premier League has come back to our TV stations, what's going on, peeps? It's Mr. T,
Yep, and it's Dansey here, Fly Dance.
and this is Allegiance to
Allegiance
the
to the
Game.
game.
What's going on? Salute. How you
Salute,
doing?
man. Yeah, I'm
How you
good,
feel
man.
about what's going on, man? It's the start of the season. Exciting
Can't
times.
wait. I'm looking forward to it, bro. I'm excited. I'm excited, man. I know my
Yeah,
Arsenal compadres. We're all excited. We're raring to go, man.
yeah, for real, man. We've been waiting for a long time, man. I even started watching the is it the All or Nothing for the Arsenal? Have you seen that yet?
Yeah, I've seen a bit of it, but to be honest, I haven't gone all the way through yet, though. Because sometimes I'm just ready just to see what they're doing, man. I don't want to hear about the past. I want to know what's going on right this second, man. What we're gonna
Yeah,
do
for real. I've only seen the
this
first one.
season. You know what
But
I
yeah,
mean?
we've had a good pre-season. I don't think we can ask much more from a pre-season. Going into today's game, which we've got. It's the pre-match for the
Yeah,
Crystal Palace versus
yeah,
Arsenal,
yeah.
8 p.m. That's
Mm-hmm.
today, Friday the 5th of August at Selhurst Park.
Yeah,
Arsenal again for the second season running, kicking off the Premiership
yeah,
with a game.
yeah.
What do you
That's
think of
right.
these teams so far? Have you seen any of the? I've seen obviously you must have watched Arsenal. What have you heard anything about New Crystal Palace?
Boy, well, Crystal Palace, they're just Palace, innit? They're a decent outfit, man. They really are, man. They're a decent outfit. So we're gonna see how we get on with them boys. We kind of been a bit shaky on rocky ground playing against them. So yeah, this is gonna be very interesting. It's gonna be an interesting encounter.
Yeah, last season we didn't beat them at all. I think the
Yeah,
first game it was a 2-2 draw, and I think you had to come back to get that to sneak that 2-2 draw. Second
yeah.
time we played them, it was a loss, and I think that was the
Absolutely
start.
hammered us,
Yeah,
bro. Hammered
yeah.
us. And you know what? Remember last season when they hammered us? That was around the time when those games really affected us
The
towards
second
the
game,
end of
yeah,
the
yeah.
season. Yeah, because we dropped all those points, man. So yeah, man. We you know what? They owe it to the fans. You owe it to us, boys. You do.
Yeah,
You
I think some
owe
of the
it to
things I was
us.
saying about revenge, but do you know what I'm thinking? Just go in there, let's get the job done.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what I heard about stuff, what's going on to the team, there's not much difference. I think we got two injuries still, and that's Vieri, probably
Yeah,
Vieri. They're saying that he's not going to make it in time as he has had no
yeah,
preseason anyway.
yeah,
And same as Tierney as well. Tierney's the exact same thing, and yes, I
yeah,
know Tierney he's still got he's still knocked, so I don't think they're in contention at all. But we've got Tomiyasu back.
yeah.
We've got
That's good
Tomiyasu
news,
back. It's
That's
a good
that's
one,
that's
yeah.
brilliant news, man.
Yeah, and he's come back. So that's the only two injuries that I've seen. I think all the rest have been in training, that I've been told. So yeah, we're back to play. So who do you kind of want to play, knowing that that's the injury news? In that regards, we've only got two injuries at the moment, and that's
Well,
well much better than last season because obviously last season they had a few injuries and then came
mm,
into COVID. Just COVID happened just before that, where I think like all that Laka and
yeah,
Aubameyang. But now this
yeah,
season, only got obviously two injuries. Only got two backups. So good backups in mind with them anyway.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, how do you think? How do you want the team to play?
Well, to be honest, like it's good to hear that Tommy's back, but I don't want us to rush him in. I don't want that at all. It's going to be a long season anyway. So, first game back, I don't think we need to panic. I still go with the Cedric. Still think that Cedric is good just to be there on the right.
So
Um,
is that before Ben White? Because he's been playing Ben, but last obviously couple of games he's played Ben White and right back.
yeah, he
So
has,
would
he has. So
you,
yeah, that's a tricky one because I mean, do we all go? Do we go with Ben White, Saliba, and Gabs all together? I mean, maybe away from home, that might be a good solution. So, um, but for me personally, for now, I'll just quickly still go with Cedric. I would go with Cedric. Um, I would possibly go with. I think I'll go with Ben White and Gabs. Now I know some people might think, "Well, you over Saliba," but I just feel like away from home, the first game in the Prem. I'm not sure. I don't want to just throw him in if that makes sense. I want him to I want to give him a good platform. Does that make sense? Our next game is going to be at home. I think it'd be good to start him then, um, in front of the home fans and so forth. So I would go with what we kind of particularly know. Um, on the left, well, we got Zinny, big Zin. So yeah, Zinchenko's going to be in there. So that'll be good to see him start today as well.
Yeah,
Uh,
that back line. Yeah, I get back like I think it's gonna depend if he decides to go with. Obviously, if he continues with Ben White on the right, then it kind of makes it it's just self-explanatory that obviously it's going to be Saliba and Gab. I kind of
of
want
course.
Saliba and Gabriel to play in the
Yeah,
center,
yeah,
playing
yeah,
up until obviously all in the friendlies. And I kind of me even before he came, I thought, you know, what, if he can get when he comes back, I think just as I said to you before, like as the physicality and just looking at them as both one's left-footed, one's right-footed, big statures, you know, what I mean, big boys, and get them in confidence as like, you know what, especially if we get a clean sheet that year.
and
Do you know what I mean?
especially against Palace because they've got some big boys over there, man.
Yeah,
You look
and
at
also
boys
got to
like
think as well.
Marteta and that, you know what I mean? And these are huge guys. You see what I mean? So
Mm.
it's
And who
going
do
to
you
be
think you would
quite
trust? Who would
physical.
you trust on? Who would you trust against Zaha, Ben White, or obviously I know you said you wanted Cedric, but would you think Ben White
Um,
or Cedric against Zaha?
I think Ben White would always be the better defender. So I definitely think Ben White would be better up against Zaha. But I just feel like maybe going forward, I think Cedric
Yeah, yeah,
will
yeah. He's
also
got
have a
more of
bit
a drive,
more.
isn't he? Yeah,
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 I think he have a bit more confidence going forward, and I think that's why I kind of want to still see that balance because I know Cedric will
yeah,
go forward, and he seemed like he's been gaining a little bit of confidence as well towards the end of last season. So
yeah.
yeah, I would still go with that. But hey, look, it's good options. It's good
Yeah,
options, and
considering that as well, as you said, because now I think he's really trying to push on the press. So if you, as you say,
yeah,
like if you want to start with that, he may, he may decide to go with Cedric, as you said,
yeah.
like for that, just starting off and just driving forward. But as you said, I guess we're having a debate which shows that we've got some sort of options. Um,
It's because of our
but
boy
Tommy's back. Oh
Saliba.
yeah, Tommy's back as well. Tommy Yasu's back, so he's the number one. So
That's right.
out of all, yeah, I think of all of them, I think me and you would agree that if Tommy's
Yeah,
ready, that's the thing because he ain't played no pre-season. But I know he
that's
was in
right. So
training
that's
recently. So
self-explanatory. Yeah. So I wouldn't
yeah,
start him yet, but he's there. He's there. I'll definitely put him on the bench, and hopefully, maybe we might need to put him on. Maybe in the second half, the last 20 minutes or go, just tighten up. That'll be brilliant. Give him a bit of so build up his match fitness. So that's good,
mm,
and
cool.
that's what I like to see. We've got good options.
Yeah,
You
back
know,
to midfield. So I guess
midfield.
the only thing about keeper because keeper's going self-explanatory and
Yeah,
it's going to be
yeah,
Ramsdale.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Big Aaron. Yeah.
Leno's now gone to where did he go? Fulham? Is that where Leno's gone to Fulham now?
Last time I heard, I thought, yeah, I think so. I'm not
Yeah,
even too sure, but I haven't really been paying attention with that. I just know he's going out the door, wherever you end up,
yeah.
good luck. But
Talk about the midfield.
midfield have to be we're just gonna go with Jacko and Partey all day, every day,
Yeah,
and they're gonna also slot in our boy Erdegaard as well. Wonderful player, wonderful
yeah.
creative player.
Yeah, I think it's self-explanatory, bro. I don't think that's what we need. That's what we're trying to say. We need Tillemans for, because in case one of them kind of drop out, you know what I
Yeah,
mean. Then we've got someone to go back in rather than just having kind of
yeah,
Lukonga and Elneny. Which even
yeah.
though we've got faith in Lukonga, hopefully they'll come forward and I
Mm,
mean we trust in Elneny, but we kind of want a bit more levels to come in. Do you know what I
absolutely.
mean? Not
This
much drop in
Because
quality.
sometimes we got to remember it's a long season, man. And now we're back in Europe. I know
Mm,
we want the Champions League, but if we want to really do well in Europa and possibly win it, we
yeah.
need to go and get a top quality midfielder, and we need to have options, and that's what it's about. So yeah,
And
man,
we
let's
then your boy
get in
Odie.
that boy, man. Get our boy Yuri. Get him in, man.
Yeah, this is gonna be interesting because the next game is gonna be Leicester, but we'll talk about that then. So we'll see. We might have
I
some
don't
light
expect
in
him.
there.
Remember, what I said I don't expect him to play. If I see him playing, I don't expect him to play against us, man. I'm hoping that there's something tricky there, and they know he's out the door. I hope Leicester
Yeah,
already know that he's out the door and he's not playing.
yeah. Apparently, they're going. What's Leicester's going for a while? Apparently, that's
Okay,
what I heard recently that they might be going for a while. So
that's
they
not
can
bad.
pattern that.
Yeah,
'Cause I think a while was supposed to be going to Betis, but apparently Betis is not paying the money that they
yeah,
want. So
yeah,
Leicester might jump in there. So
yeah.
maybe
And
if
that
they
would
maybe
always
if
be
they
a
see
better
that, then
option for him. He needs to get
yeah,
to the Premier League. Betis. You're gonna go to Spain. You have to go to the big boys. If you're gonna go to Spain, preferably you have to go be the big boys. You see what I mean? Premier League, saucy, bro. Everyone's got a bit of sauce. You know what I mean? So we'll see, man. We'll see.
okay. What about the flanks then? You've got them central midfield. Got the
Well, the
Odegaard in front of them too.
Yeah, the flag, self-explanatory. It's going to be our boy Saka, Big KO, and on the left we're going to have our Martinelli, Big Gabs.
I agree with that. I'm
Definitely.
interested to see Martinelli, man. Like this,
Mm,
especially if we're rested. He just sees his 100% on it, and he played
yeah,
well in the last game in the friendly against Seville. He played well,
yeah,
even though he didn't score, but he set up and he's just
yeah,
driving us mad. So I'm
yeah,
looking forward. You just hope he can do it because, as I said, he actually showed up against the top, a couple of the top teams. So it's just about being. I think the whole team is about being consistent, isn't it? So
yeah.
yeah, I'm looking
Exactly.
forward to see how he plays. But yeah, I agree with that. I ain't got no qualms
Mm.
with them too. And then there you go. Who else up front?
And up front, we all know who it is, man. It's our boy Jesus. Our boy Jesus,
Gabs.
man. Yeah, man, big Gabs, man. It's funny because I'm even speaking to certain man like all Man United fans and that are all putting in their little dream team and all that. They're going with Jesus to
Yeah,
lead
they
the
said like
lines. They're
yeah,
picking
sort of
him.
something like I heard something like 73% or something like people put like Jesus in there. And I would say as well, I put Jesus
Yeah,
in my
yeah,
fantasy football team as well. Both
yeah.
in both. So
I'm telling
hopefully
you,
he can deliver.
I think he will, man. And you know what? In speaking that, I don't know if you want to get into who we think and what the score, who we think is going to be performing today. I mean,
Yeah,
but
well, I told you what, it's just feel like the whole team. I think the whole, when it's
mm,
just, we gotta. Also, one of them ones where that it's hard to predict it because it's about them turning up on the day. But this is what is it's like a new Arsenal when it's a new Arsenal. So it's like we just got just hopefully that this season we're looking for consistency. I mean, staying
mm,
there, starting and being consistent throughout the 90 minutes, being consistent throughout the league in
yeah,
general, not fading off towards the end, more than picking it up. I mean, even if you look in individual games, I mean, just keeping
mm,
concentrated throughout the whole 90 minutes
yeah,
and starting with that intensity. I mean, and being concentrated right through. So it's kind of a new Arsenal. So I'm looking forward to the whole team. To be fair, like I'm looking to see
mm,
I'm interested in seeing like Saliba and Gabs if they play, and even if they put Tommy there or Ben White, just seeing if they can be that solid like them two. Like we've been waiting for 3 seasons, mate. We've been waiting for three
mm,
seasons, G, to Saliba to play. So we're looking now. He's going to be in the Prem. You know what I mean, first game, looking to see how they play if they can keep that high solid. Rama, Rama's been there. You know what I mean, he had a good start last season. Fade off
mm,
towards the end a little bit.
yeah,
But yeah, hopefully he's back focused now. You know, I mean, he had the introduction season where he was excited to something playing for
yeah,
Arsenal. So hopefully now he's a bit more fresh. Midfield, yeah, this midfield is Partey. It's getting him there. Xhaka, do you know what I mean?
and
Just does. I mean,
and,
just be professional and in
and
there,
just
not
touching
lose
on that,
things.
yeah, just
Mm.
touching on that. I really want to see the real party. Like I'm hoping,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
season. I know it's a bit premature. It's still early days, but I really want to see Partey really come out of himself.
yeah,
We're not going to really touch on, the little tricky sort of situation, that
yeah,
kind of
yeah, yeah,
popped up
yeah,
recently. But I hope nothing ain't playing with his head, and I hope that he's ready to go. And
yeah.
I think he's still got a lot more in his locker that we haven't quite seen yet. And I really hope he does. He does his thing this season. I really do, man.
Oh yeah, it's true, man. Because we saw it like a few times last season. We saw it a few times, but just not consistent enough. And obviously that
Yeah.
was matched with his injuries as well. And I just personally think that was just him just getting involved at getting up to speed. Because remember when he first started, I was telling you like he just seems that split second off the pace, that holding up with a little bit too long. And it's just I guess
Yeah.
the difference of being in the Prem, and especially playing him in the field, that people are going to be on you.
Mm,
And then he saw little glimpses in last season where he was just like, do you know what I mean? He was just like on point. So hopefully this season, just like the rest of the team, sometimes I say, just like the rest of the team, they just start showing their best performance consistency. And even that's one thing, even in looking at documentary that Arteta was saying, that's what it's about. It's about playing the best in the consistent. I mean, in the consistent manner.
absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
obviously, I'm looking forward to see Saka. Do you know what I mean? I don't think obviously me. I'll have my thing about him being inconsistent a bit, um, and not being that match. And it was quite weird because I said to you last time I spoke to you about one thing about Saka. You can't rely on him to come on and be a match changer. And I think one of the games last season at the start, Brentford, he came on to make a difference, and then he didn't. He was kind of just petered out. But this season, do you know what I mean? He's gone through and progress. So hopefully, I mean, you start
Yeah.
seeing a bit more.
And he's maturing, man. He's a young player. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
we
yeah.
kind of
I'm looking to
it's
see
like
that
we
this
kind of
season.
gave him his stripes quite early, and
Yeah,
maybe a bit too early. But I think I think he definitely will push on this season. Still
yeah,
a quality player, um, but we just don't want him to get burnt out. And I think what it is as well, he needs it's about leadership as well. And I think it doesn't really matter for me. It doesn't matter about your age. I know we say, "Oh, we've got young players there," but even young players can be leaders. Even young
yeah,
players can set an example. So I kind of think that if he does that, we're going to see a whole new Saka. He will be able to be consistent, and that's what it's
yeah,
about. So yeah, hopefully, but it's all about giving a good performance. This is, Crystal Palace. This game here is a good tester for the first game. This is
yeah, yeah. Wake
Palace.
you up in it. You know, it's a game that you can't
Yeah,
just think, ah, yeah, it's Brighton, or I mean,
yeah,
Brentford, or oh, yeah, it's Nottingham Forest, or yeah, it's
yeah,
Fulham because they just come up. It's like, nah, you have to be on your game from the start. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, and obviously we've got Martinelli. Hopefully, I'm interested to see him. Just he's got the energy, he's got the grit, he's got the drive. It's just that finesse in it, that finesse, that little in the
Mm,
final third.
hmm
If you can get that, and I see in against Seville, he picked out a couple of ball for Jesus to get his
Oh
assist, and he
yeah,
done some good things very
yeah.
well
I
around.
love that. I love that link up, man. That Brazilian
Yeah,
link up, man. I
and
remember
then
the World Cups this year. Both of them are going to want to rep their that international squad. They want to be a part of it and they want to do bits. So Martinelli's going to show himself. He's going to
yeah,
show
man,
himself this year. He
and
really
go
is.
back to defense. Go back to a bit Shevchenko as well. Yeah, I'm interested to see
Mm,
how he does with his techers.
yeah.
And then yeah, Gabriel. It's him now. He knows he's the main man now. Do you know what I mean? He's not I mean, in a pool of, I mean,
Mm,
players. He's the main man now, getting the
yeah.
goals. So yes, obviously he done had a good preseason, as we said, but yes, this is when it counts, me. This is when it counts, man. This is when
Yeah.
it counts. So
Yeah.
yeah, we see how it goes. How do you think they're gonna play, you reckon,
Um,
going to this game?
I think basically, I definitely think that there's a lot of excitement. So
Mm,
I think I do believe that we're gonna get in their faces. We're
mm.
gonna, we're gonna really start with the high press. We're really gonna get in their spaces, close them down quickly, and we have to against Palace because you don't really want them to get a foothold in the game. Once they do
Yeah,
that,
man.
Palace, they're a tricky sort. They're tricky, and they've got
Yeah.
strong physical players. You got a couple of talented ones as well. So you need to
That
kind of
slow
you need
start
to
needs to stop, it, man. That slow start
yeah
business needs to stop.
yeah
But
you
yeah.
need to pour that water on that fire, man.
Mm.
You just put that fire out. And I think if we can do that and just get in their faces, make sure they make a couple of mistakes. I think it's all about us trying to control the game, G. I think that's what it's about. And
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and to be honest, I think that's what we're gonna do. I think we had a good preseason. I definitely think there's excitement, especially with a couple of the signings. A lot of the Arsenal fans were happy to see Saliba back in there now. We've finally got him, and finally can see him play in the Premier League, which is good. There's a buzz, and I think,
Yeah.
yeah,
Going off here's a voice. For me, going off
yeah,
yeah, so going off the back of the friendlies, yeah, yeah, I think we're gonna win.
yeah.
We
So
get a
do
win.
I.
It's going on as long as they go on and it's the same way as how they was in the friendlies. And that's what I expect because I think this season it's not about excuses. And I think Arteta knows that. And it's about performing. And I think obviously and I'm sure these players, he hasn't brought these players into, what I mean, to do the same sort of stuff. He brought players in to, get these teams 30. So I expect them to kind of play as they played in the friendlies, especially against
Hmm.
Seville. And I think we will do. I think it'll be more about, I think we will have a good start to the game, probably get maybe a goal or two, maybe, but it's about
Yeah,
how we manage it. And I think
yeah.
that's it, managing and keeping concentration and getting that mentality in. And that's what we're going to learn from this season, you know.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's what I think anyway. I
Yeah,
think we're going to win.
yeah. So do I. I definitely think we're gonna get the win tonight. What are you predicting? I think the
You
score's
know
gonna
what?
be.
You know what's been jumping to me? Yeah, it's Fish 3-1, innit? Yeah.
Yeah,
But I kind of feel about them not scoring and any goals in it because I'm thinking with them too. So I'll say 3-0, even though it's telling me 3-1. Um, but yeah, imagine if they do win this game, imagine it'd be kind of it's not going to define the season, of course, but it'd be such an anti-climax, especially with the buzz of everything. Do you know what I mean?
it will.
But yeah, but I do expect them to win, and I'm going to go for, even though I think 3-1's jumping, but I'm going to say 3-0. But I hope that even though we get, and I think he's right, even though if we have a good start to the season, I hope that Arteta still continues with the plan. Do you know what I mean? Not get no feel like, oh, we don't need this anymore,
I
because
think you will.
yeah, I think he was. I think
Mm,
he knows now he's something serious. So,
yeah,
yeah. So I mean, like getting Tillemans in, and he said he's still looking for a forward, which I think for sure a
yeah,
minimum. That's what he said too. So
that's brilliant.
even though if we do have a good time to the season, he continues with it. But yeah, I'm gonna go with 3-0.
Yeah. Well, I've been calling it out all day, all yesterday. You know, a lot of people could verify this. I've been saying 3-1. I've been saying
Yeah.
2 goals for Jesus and 1 for my boy Erdogan. I think
Oh
those.
yeah, even
Yeah,
scores. Yeah,
yeah. I reckon he's gonna score. I'm a
visionary.
big fan of Erdogan. You know, I'm a big fan of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he'll get on there.
Yeah, all right, cool. So yeah, Palace is whatever. They've got two signings, Fish Richards and Bobby, but I think they are who they are in it. So
Yeah, yeah,
we just got to make
exactly.
sure we're on it.
They're well drilled. Got a great manager. Big up, big Paddy, Patrick, big man.
Yeah,
Yeah, so you know they're a decent outfit. They're definitely a decent outfit, and I think if we can get the victory today, um, I think it just sets us up good, man. And I still think
yeah,
we've got to take it game by game, week by week, keep the focus,
yeah,
concentration, but we don't want any of our players with their heads down already. You know,
yeah,
keep
yeah,
your head
yeah. We
up.
got for the fact, as we said last in our last podcast, we got a lot of about five. The first 5 games should be a win. They
Yeah,
need to be wins, even
yeah,
though they might have a little bit of Leicester or Villa in that first 5 games. It
yeah,
needs to be wins. Like if we want to do
absolutely.
anything, say wins. So let's get on that roll. And I want, you know what, I want them to, as they kind of felt like in pre-season, where it's like they're scoring goals, but this is how it counts now. They feel like I have to be scoring goals. We're goal
That's
scorers,
right.
and just the
That's
defense
right.
as well. I want them to feel like solid. No one's coming through. So when they start to play like the Man United or this, yeah, I mean they've got like they've got that some confidence rather than doubt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
that's right.
yeah, but
Absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah, man.
that's the first
Excited,
game
man.
season. Welcome back,
That's it. The
kicking off the
allegiance. New
season.
boys on the block. That's it, man.
Crystal Palace versus Arsenal, 8 o'clock today. We'll
Mm-hmm.
be back for the post
Post match. Yep.
match.
Absolutely. All right, man. Hopefully we get this victory. Catch you guys
Yep.
soon. Catch you guys later.
Leading us to the game.
That's the allegiance.